This is a reading of Brenda's blog titled Holiday Season Nostalgia. Dear ones, you continue to bounce between 3D, 5D, and beyond. Such is to be expected given that your Earth experiences have been within 3D parameters. Even though you're no longer comfortable in 3D, you have a need to ascertain the wisdom of moving beyond 3D in bits and pieces. So it is, during your holiday season, many of you will attempt to return to the 3D sensations you are used to, only to discover that those interactions, those holiday moments, feel flat and lifeless. Returning to your 3D experiences is not bad, merely part of goodbye to your former self and society. For that which once provided you with joy will likely not any longer. At least, not the same level of joy. Perhaps you have returned to your hometown, the house you grew up in, or hometown friends. All once so important, only to realize you no longer feel a sparkle or interest, as if those friends or community were outside your being, instead of within your heart. So it is, this holiday season may be dramatic for you, because you realize you're no longer of 3D and will never be again while of the earth. You may feel confused, perhaps even frightened, for you will function as is right for you only to discover little emotional connection. In essence, going through the motions without much return. Such is so because you're finally letting go of what was. Of course, you have been clearing bits and pieces of your current and past Earth lives for years. Even so, this holiday sensation will be a bit different. For you will likely wish to celebrate the season with others, but doing so will feel as if you're in a fog, that the celebrations are not relevant to your current or future life. You will not be angry, just not that interested. And because your future interactions have not yet necessarily arrived, you will find yourself somewhat let down, hollow, perhaps even thinking, is that all there is? The past few days you are pummeled by more intense energies than has ever been true of any one of the earth. Those energies combined with the projected energy bursts before the end of this calendar year will be similar to polishing a diamond. So it is, you're no longer a muddy, dull stone continuing interactions on a limited 3D basis, but instead a sparkling diamond, shining more daily. Your diamond brightness is like a magnet connection to all there is, a conduit to your new earth and personal connections to the universes. All there is, so much larger and more interesting than the 3D world. It is the difference between day and night, bright and dull, light and dark. So your former playmates and activities will seem dull and lifeless compared to your soon-to-be new life. In this short phase, you will ask yourself what your life is about, for nothing and no one will seem that interesting or important. You will wonder where your comfort zone is, until it suddenly appears. You are completely emptying the physical vessel that was 3D you, only to refill it with wondrous miracles, new joys, and new interactions. But for the remainder of this calendar year, you will likely feel somewhat lost, emotionally and physically, as if your interests have little to attach to. As a result, you will probably attempt to return to the celebrations and people who once provided you with joy, only to discover you are too different to embrace what once was. Do not fret or fear. You are creating a new life and being. For even though you moaned and groaned throughout most of your clearing processes, you cleared more than you thought possible. You wanted to start Earth life anew without complications or fears from your 3D life. You have done so. Some in years, others in months. But anyone reading this message, or hearing it, is a cleared or nearly cleared vessel, all racing to your 2022 calendar deadline. That is not to say you need to be completely clear to start your new world, but instead that you en masse wanted this complete clearing. This holiday season is your last 3D hurrah, allowing you to know without a doubt that what was is no more and can never be. You evolved beyond 3D grade school, and the same is happening in your new life. The difference is you do not yet know your future, so it feels more frightening. You are a new being in a new world, nearly ready to explode into your new experiences and interests. So, do not fret that this holiday season might seem uninteresting, trying, or something you do not care about. It will be no different than returning to the first grade, even though you have a high school diploma. You are no longer a 5D or beyond beginner. You are ready to rock and roll, with a bit of nostalgia during this holiday season. So be it.